Hello, I am so glad to be here. I am streaming from Paris, my new home. Let's talk about the voice today. The first thing that we want to do is we just want to get where you're singing songs and they're easy. Like, oh, I have no hiccups in the song. I have no fear in the song. Everything is working smoothly in the song. So the first thing we want to do is really just tune up the instrument and make sure that we're singing through our range so easily, because then when you're singing songs, you've got your whole range is easy. A song is easy. And a song has more complications. It's more complicated to have intervals, multiple vowels, lots of consonants, rhythm changes, moving fast. And when I'm working with somebody, I really want to figure out as fast as I can the tools that help you right here and now, like quick tricks and changes, and then how to make those permanent habits that change. So it's being able to do both. Oh, you have something on Saturday. Here's a tool that's going to help you right now. Here's how we practice it to make it a long-term habit until it's in your body, right? And your body's doing it for you. And that takes time and practice. That's what takes time and practice. Let me talk about my root of technique, okay? So simple. Simple, but gets better and better, changes and changes as you use it. As an example, there's a wonderful book called The Inner Game of Tennis. The Inner Game of Tennis, as I read it, I was just like, yes, that's what I do teaching singing. Yes, that's what I do. Oh, great analogy. And it was so comparable. And it's a tennis coach who was magnificent and actually ended up helping a lot of people in business as well, because the principles were core principles for humans that made whatever you do, executing it better. But he talked about the difference between a beginner and a pro. And he will give the same instruction: keep your eye on the ball. And the difference is that a beginner will swing and miss, and a pro will see the seams moving on the ball and anticipate how it's going to bounce. The instruction didn't change: keep your eye on the ball. What I'm going to tell you now, the instructions won't ever change. What changes is your ability to use those instructions to greater and greater levels. We start physical and we go deeper to artistic, spiritual. So what is the goal when we sing? Nope, it's not hitting notes. Who said that? The goal is that it feels good in your body. It's enjoyable to sing. Oh gosh, when I sing, it just feels so good. Like, it's easy, it's athletic, but it feels free and so wonderful. And that's what we want. So for example, if I were to say, my, top's a little tough today because, I'm still jet lagged. Haven't slept more than a few hours every night for about 2 weeks. But I'll do it again. This is a high C. So the top few don't feel great to me today. But that being said, can you tell that when I'm singing through my entire range, from going right, well, it's not entire, I can go lower, but A to high C, could you tell that there wasn't much difference through the whole thing? There weren't changes, very consistent. I'm doing it on a wide I, which is challenging. And that's the goal. Oh, I can sing through my whole range smooth and easy, and I can sing through it with dynamics. So I could do my, easy peasy. I can have dynamics without it getting weird, without distorting or damaging my instrument. I can sing that night after night. I have choices. And that's what I want for every person that I work with, is that ability to, just like a piano, it plays the same, sounds the same, left to right. So the goal when you sing is that it feels good. Get out of your head, I'm hitting notes. Get out of your head, I'm trying to sound good. Get it to feel good, which, by the way, is a lot more fun when you're practicing. Oh, it feels good when I sing. I love this. It feels so good. It feels good in my body. I like the sound I'm hearing back in my ears. Oh, that's a reason to practice. That's an experience to have when you practice. But if you're practicing to sound good and it doesn't sound good, you feel defeated. If you're practicing to hit notes, who wants to do that for a lifetime? It's let alone an hour. It's very defeating, and it's very, it's just not fun. It's not a fun goal to have. So going for it, being good, will spoil your spirit, your creativity. So how do we do this? How do we get it to feel good? That's the series of exercises and such I would give. But there are tools. There are 4 tools that get your singing to feel good. And actually, I'm sure I have a thing for this. So the goal, singing feels good and easy and free. The tools to do that: vowel, effort, airflow, emotion. Those are the 4 main primary tools. There's 2 others that we use if you need them, and they're temporary, and that will depend on the kind of singer, the kind of singing habits you have. I'll explain those in a minute. But let's talk about these 4 tools: vowel, effort, airflow, emotion. I think of it like a faucet with taps. I want the water to be lukewarm and comfortable. I like it. Feels good. Oh, feels good. Oh, it's getting cold. Adjust the taps. Ah, feels better. Nice. Oh, it's getting hot. Adjust the taps. So all I'm doing is constantly feeling, adjusting, feeling, adjusting, feeling, adjusting. When we start consciously feeling and adjusting. And over time, the body will understand what you're doing, what you're going for, and the body will do the adjustments without you having to pay as much attention to that. You're going to get to focus on conversation, expression, connection, feeling, style. But the tools will never change: vowel, effort, airflow, emotion for the feeling. So, vowel. The first thing we need to do is get your vowels to be consistent, that you're pronouncing them in a way that the chords will come in together in parallel. And if they're too wide, you'll go like this. If they're too covered or heady, they'll go like this. We need the vowels to be balanced and accurate. And so to do that, we often will find a modifying vowel. And I'm going to go more into style in a second, but I just want to get this basis of the vowel being consistent. Second is energy. Basically, as you move through your range, you need a different amount of energy. Think of the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and maybe the bridge if you have one. They require a different amount of energy for it all to feel the same. So when I say this, I'm adjusting my energy like I'm on a surfboard, so I don't tip in either direction. We don't want this. I get heavy. How many of you all feel like you do that? When we go for notes, we get heavy and we get light. We help the chest, we help the head. We also tend to distort vowels. We'll get very we'll get like this down here. And I want to say the I the whole time consistently. I. And in order to say my I consistently, I'm actually adding an You're not going to hear it. It's just going to make my voice stabilize. So instead of tipping for up and down, helping it go up and down, I just want to get everything to feel the same. So my vowel is going to get more consistent by finding my modifying vowel. I'm going to adjust my energy. Do I need more or less for everything to feel the same? And then it's going to be when you're touring Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where's my energy today? How much energy do I have today, and do I need to balance my voice? Because you are an ever-changing, alive instrument. So first you're going to get the voice functioning and balanced, and then you're working with your body to be like, well, I'm tired today, so this is my energy level. And if you push to try to be bigger, you're going to fatigue yourself more. But if you work with your body, you'll end up with more energy throughout the set. So how much energy do I need for this to feel good? Which will be different from the verse to the pre and the chorus, and different on a Tuesday and a Friday. Different if you slept or didn't sleep, etc., etc. So the same tools that we use for balancing the voice are the same tools we use for style. What do we do with vowel, effort, airflow, emotion? Oh, well, on stage, I'm expressing emotion using my breath as the wave that it's going to roll out on. My vowel is the word I'm saying to express my emotion. And my energy is my dynamic to express my emotion. So the same tools I use to just get the instrument balanced, I'm going to use artistically to express myself. So if I'm expressing sadness, and frustration, my voice is really just there to express emotion. That's the full purpose. Let my feelings out. Let out what I want to say. Move my audience. So I'm going to start with emotion. And the other reason emotion is so essential is that the biggest part of your energy, vowel, effort, airflow, emotion, effort, the energy, the biggest part of your energy is not like physical, vocal energy. It's your spirit, your soul, your emotional life. if you don't let your emotions really come through when you're singing, we don't get your life force. We don't get your full vitality. And that's what we need. So if you're busy trying to sing good, you're going to be working kind of from the neck up, heady, thoughtful, powering your way through things. But what we need are your guts and your emotions, because that's what brings your voice alive. The technique part is easy and less interesting in many ways, though it's what keeps you healthy on tour, being able to sing. I just had an artist tell me today, it made me so happy. An artist just finished the biggest leg of their tour, and they're going back out next year. And we've been working for, I want to say about 6 months, maybe a year. But they just said to me that they felt amazing, that normally where they knew they'd be so tired on a tour, they weren't. They sang great, felt great. And what they heard again and again from their fans was, this is the best I've ever heard you in 20 years. Yes, that's amazing. They've got the emotional content down. What's happening is the technique is helping them do it easier, stronger, more consistently, and more emotional content, because when this is open and free, the emotions come pouring out and you have more dynamic choices to express them with, more colors to paint with vocally. I can play with my words. First and foremost, I'm just going to over-articulate my vowels, really get into saying what I'm saying. Am I saying that word, or am I just trying to get through the sentence? Can I linger? So many times you will just try to get through the song. So many times you sing the verse like it's one idea. We want to get into the nanoseconds. I have dynamic in that one word. Hit it and lighten. I'm not deciding that. I'm just expressing myself. Can I? Most of the time, singers don't even say an I. You'll say I. Can I? It's just a quick it's like a throat grab. Say the I and watch the magic happen. Can I? Ooh, so much can happen. Can I linger like a lilac about to bloom in early spring? And I'm just playing. I'm just playing with saying my words. And when I get to that word, now I'm really improvising. I am playing intentionally. I'm messing it up. I'm changing it up. I'm playing with words right now. And I'm really just focused on playing with the language of the word. Can I linger? Linger. Ooh, that's a word. Can I say linger and make it linger? Can I linger like a lilac about to bloom in early spring? Spring. Can I make it spring? Those are choices I could make. Oh, is it spring that I want to say? Is it early that I want to say? So literally just try emphasizing a different word in that one sentence and see what it does to your phrasing. Can I linger like a lilac about to bloom in early spring? That time I chose to sit with rhythm. Bloom in early spring. I shifted it by playing with the rhythm of that phrase. What do we have when we play with a song? What are all the things in every song that you can play with to bring it to life? Lyric, melody, rhythm, dynamic. So you could play with, I'm going to play with the rhythm of the song. Can I be early, late? Can I emphasize the rhythm? Give me dynamics in different words. I think that Chappell Roan is a current pop artist who does this beautifully. And we've been missing it for a while. We've been at 7 all the time, everywhere. And she's giving us so much dynamic, and I'm thrilled by it. Thank you so much, Chappell Roan. So playing with it, and what you'll do eventually is you'll do things you like and you keep it. That becomes your vocal arrangement. And this is how you take a song that is a cover, make it your own. This is how you take a song that you wrote and make it more interesting every time. And that's how you can use these same tools, vowel, effort, airflow, emotion, to make things come to life. Can I linger like a lilac about to bloom in early spring? Linger while you watch over me. Can I linger like cool water trickling like a stream? I just changed that. That's not how the melody originally goes. I just went, ooh, trickle. What would trickle sound like if I made it trickle? Can I linger like cool water? Cool. Can I make it cool? Can I linger? Can I make these words come to life by the words themselves? Or can I just play with them? This is the difference between I can be super vulnerable going into the emotion of every word. I could be super performative, nothing wrong with either one, by just playing with rhythm. That to me, for me personally, that can be less vulnerable, but super fun still, right? So what I'm doing is just taking these tools that I'm playing with, vowel, effort, airflow, motion, and using them to express myself. Once you have balance, you can use them to express yourself. And I also just showed you a game to play, which is play with a syllable per line in order to change up a song, in order to find a new way to sing it. Literally just pick a word in every line and emphasize that word. And then next time, maybe change it. Find the ones you like. Yes, it's super fun. It's super fun to play with your song and bring it all to life. So then this would be what you do in a sound check, right? You're like, where's my body today? Where's my voice today? Do I need to adjust melodies? Do I need to adjust my energy? So a couple things. For this chorus to feel the same, I require more energy. If I stylistically want it to be lighter, I still require a press. But I need more energy for this chorus because it's significantly higher to basically feel the same. So if I say, while you drink of me, now I need energy. You never know where life will go. Take all you have, hold it close before it's over. That takes energy. And I can choose, especially this is important in choruses, y'all. I can choose to get intentionally lighter, intentionally heavier to make a dynamic chorus happen. If I sing that like, I just got to blast the whole thing, it's going to really lack in style. It's going to miss what this melody can do and wants to do. You never know where life will go. If I get lighter on a couple words, the whole thing will be more dynamic than pushing the whole thing. You never know where life will go. Take all you have, hold it close. Now it gets more dynamic than if I said, take all you have and hold it close. It's just not as interesting. Take all you have and hold it close before it's over. Let me linger. By getting heavier, by changing the dynamics, that whole melody gets to come to life. I want you to go look at your chorus and decide, what words can I actually get lighter on, change my energy? Where can I get lighter and sweeter so that it actually becomes more alive? It might be like on the third chorus, I'm going to make it all big and strong, and that will be different than the first two choruses. These are all choices. And guess what? In order to have choices, you need to have balance. So I want to show you all a fun and quick way to get balance to your voice and ways that you can move from exercises to songs that will really help bring them to life. So we want to go from, okay, my scales are feeling great. I'm feeling pretty balanced, but when I go to sing a song, maybe sometimes it falls apart, right? So we don't want that. So one of the great ways to get that first is we're going to sing with a straw. We want to do the melody on a straw and get it to feel so, so good on here. So straw your melody. If you find like, oh, it gets tight at this part, it's a lot easier to notice what's happening with a straw than with all those different rhythms and melodies and consonants and stuff. So straw your song, but also you do need a coach. Like every athlete needs a coach. Every successful athlete really has multiple coaches. So finding someone, whether it's me or someone I can recommend to help you, will help you make all these tools really work for you faster and more successfully. But if you do like what I'm offering you, I highly recommend taking my online courses, because the things that I teach one-on-one and what you're getting here what you get in my Instagram. Like, I go into deep detail and give you so many tools to trust your inner work, your inner vision, vocal style, sound, to really find your sound. So go check out the courses. I'm really glad that this means something to you. I mean, I'm turning on a little TV channel and putting myself in front of it, feeling that I have something to offer, but knowing that it's meaningful, it makes the world of difference. Really, like I said, I had an artist told me yesterday, and I will quote this. It was remarkable. It was exciting. And I love it. Like, to make these changes for someone is incredible. Matt Gallica says, holy smokes, just had my first voice lesson with Wendy yesterday, and my mind is blown. I'm not exaggerating when I say it was the single most helpful voice lesson I've ever had, and I've had decades of lessons. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's the impact I want to have. I want to give you something that you can run with and make a change in your life. Like, can I save you trouble that took me years to figure out? Can I save you pain that I went through? Can I save you struggles that artists go through anyway? If we can help each other out to avoid a bunch of it, let's do that. Here's a non-singing lesson for you, which is probably still a singing lesson or an artistic one. If you have good friends or good family and you trust them, and they all tell you that the person you're dating is no bueno, drop them like a hot potato. That was an unintentional rhyme. I can't help it. I'm a lyricist, though. I'm a songwriter. And I say that because, especially as when we're in our youth and we have what we feel is our first love, or, and you feel, I don't want to lose this person. But if the people around you who you really do love, trust, and know you tell you they're no bueno, like, that should be a standard, like, rule around the world for everybody. Your peeps have no investment in that person, and you might have a hunger for them now that you've had a taste. But if everyone says that, drop them like a hot potato. And that does apply to your art. If you are coming from a place of need or validation or hunger, or you're working with a producer and you think, oh my God, I'll never find another one. Yes, you will. There are so many other producers. There are so many wonderful managers. Your best friend, if they believe in you and have a fairly decent sense of business, they can manage you until you find a partner who can help level you up at some point. You've got to trust yourself. No one else is going to make it happen for you in this career. And you've got to do your vision at the same time listening to people you trust and you've hired or you're teaming with. If you believe in them and you trust in them, take their advice, right? You need to trust and listen to that inner voice more than anything. Create what you love. Don't sing to please other people. Don't sing to sound good. Sing so that it feels amazing to you. Your experience is amazing. And in that process, you're having a positive impact. You've got to follow your inner vision, your imagination, creating songs you love, singing so it feels amazing to you. You're having a great experience. But it also needs to land. So if you're like, hey, I'm doing me, but it's not landing and no one's responding to it, there's something missing. Either you're doing it for you and you're not sharing that experience with your audience because, I love the way I sound, but it's not a performance for me. I'm the first audience member, and I am sharing it with you so that you can experience it. I'm not just singing for my own pleasure. I'm singing to take you on this journey with me, sharing my emotional journey with you, emotionally taking the ride with you. So we went from singing the song on a straw. Now take your favorite exercise. Let's say it's a woof, woof, woof. If you're a belter, a woof, woof, woof will be good for you. If you tend to yell, woof, 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 woof. A woof will be good for you. If you tend to be really breathy and have a hard time getting your chest voice, na 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 na, and that would be really good for you. So take something that is like your best, easiest exercise to do your song and do your song on it. So if I did the Can I Linger song, or for me, I'm going to do like, let's say, ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Now, if my vowel keeps changing or it gets tight somewhere or I let go somewhere, flip, it's going to be much more obvious on a ma than on lyrics. So if I said like, ma, ma, I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a pretty big differential there, right? Ma, ma. I'm too heavy and distorted on my vowel there, and I'm disconnecting there. Now instead, ma, ma. Oh, I'm getting it to feel the same. My vowel's more consistent. That's working. Do I need to adjust my energy? Ma. Oh, I need to be lighter here. More energy there. ma, ma. When you're singing through this song and it all feels the same, you might start with an M everywhere. Ma, 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 ma. If you find you're tight, ma, that usually means you're hitting the brakes here. The chords are too pressed together and you need airflow. So get some airflow. Fa, 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 fa. Fa, 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 fa. A fa, F, is going to help you get airflow. So if you feel tight and like the breath isn't coming out your mouth, use an F to help, or a sh to help the airflow. Sh, 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 sh. Oh, that feels good to me today. Sh, 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 sh. Sh, 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 sh. Yeah, I'm a little, chords are a little swollen. I need to be doing more straw work all day long because that will help my straws get paralleled, take some swelling off. That S feels good to me, or that sh feels good to me because it's helping me lose some of that overcompression that I have today because my chords are swollen. If your music isn't original enough, then you need to go inside more and look at what thrills you with music so that you can tell the story more uniquely in your own way. And for that, I'm not just trying to sell you something. I'm trying to give you some tools that will help you. My Compass program is for pros who do know who they are. They might be on their first or their fourth record, but we're going to go deeper and more specific to help you find the clarity and the consistency of, oh my gosh, I know who I am and I know why I make these choices, and I'm going to make them with more clarity now. And I discovered some new things about myself I didn't realize I had put away, suppressed, put aside, forgot about. And check out Soundchart. Soundchart is going to help you look at all the music that you actually love and distill down into a recipe what is going to be in your music. As an example, what this normally does for people is people will remember music they used to listen to, music they used to love, and they stop doing it for a myriad of reasons. But if you say, hey, I'm doing pop, but I remember that I actually love these aspects of musical theater and these aspects of jazz, and now I'm going to bring that into my pop, you now have your own unique sound. The same way Chappell Roan is a female queer burlesque drag queen. Who are you that makes everyone go, ooh, I'm curious. I want to hear and look at that person. I want to watch them and I want to see what they're doing. And it needs to come out in your voice and in your visuals. You never know where life will go. Take all you have and hold it close before it's over. Let me linger. I would think that you are getting wise and brave and genuine in those lyrics and in that melody. I know that when I sing, I often sing about beautiful heartache. It was once described that way, and I actually wrote a song before that. I wrote a song intentionally called Beautiful Heartache, and I was like, that is a really great description of the music that I write for me. Not always for others, sometimes for others. I write differently for other people because I'm writing for them. But my music is often beautiful heartache. It's pain, but it's beautiful. It's bittersweet. It's learning the lesson within that experience. Are you expressing your truest self in your sound, in your lyric, and in your visual? And if you want to, and do it further, and I'm not talking even just being, I'm a newbie, I don't know myself. No, the professionals need to know more of this and know it for the next project and know it for the next moment. Check out Navigator and check out Soundchart. And then if you are at that pro level, check out Compass and come join me, because we need you. We need your voice the way you need to say it. You write the stuff you wish you'd said when in the spur of the moment, maybe you didn't think of it. That's what you write. You write your truth. I encourage you to write a song and then look at that song, and on every single line on the right side of the page, write what you meant by when you said that. If the lyric says, "You broke my heart," well, how? What did you mean by that? Well, they slept with my best friend. Write that on the right side. And for every lyric, write what you meant by it. And then go look at the song that you wrote on the right side and turn that into your song. Make that your lyric, because that is your truth. This side might be rhyming and poetic and clever. We need the truth, then add the rhyme, add the clever. Give us the real first. Beautiful heartache, I never want to lose this pain. When we talk all night, laughing endlessly, I get you and you get me. We've both been so lonely, and I know that you want me. If you could only dare to cross the line, we're just one step away from breaking. Beautiful heartache. That's a lyric. Ooh, that makes me want to cry. It makes me want to cry because I know why I wrote it, what I said, where I was, like all that feeling of that me, that younger me, that had that perspective and point of view. That's the beautiful heartache. I don't feel that way anymore. I don't do that in a relationship anymore. But I know the feeling it all brings. And I will sing this song not from, oh, this is how I felt when I wrote it. I sing it with the all of me now and the wisdom I have now and the person that I am now, singing it with being who I am today. I'm not trying to recreate, yeah? Beautiful heartache, I never want to lose this pain. When we talk all night laughing endlessly, I get you and you get me. We've both been so lonely, I know that you want me. Now look at that. I'm not in the pain of when I wrote this song. So I can actually be funny and flirty and tease in that line now because I'm in a different place. I know that you want me. If you could only dare to cross the line. Oh, we're just one step away from breaking. Beautiful heartache. Now, wow, oh wow, I'm having an experience right now. I haven't sung this song in, probably since I wrote it, the year I wrote it. So it's been a long time. It's been years. But I'm having a moment here that is so special. I'm singing this song in a way I've never sung it because I feel humor towards this song now. I feel like, oh yeah, I'm not in pain when I sing this song because I'm not that person anymore who pined for someone, who wished someone would take a chance. And I'm queer and you're afraid of being queer. No, I don't do that anymore. Today, I could actually sing this song expressing like the bittersweet, but the humor of it and the, come on, I dare you. And instead of like, if you would only dare, like, God damn it, dare, it could be, oh, I dare you. And that's what I just felt. And that's amazing. If I were singing this song as I am today, I can literally reinterpret it because I feel so different. Beautiful heartache, I never want to lose this pain. When we talk all night laughing endlessly, I get you and you get me. We've both been so lonely, and I know you want me. If you could only dare to cross the line. Oh, we're just one step away from breaking. Beautiful heartache. That's what makes your song on tour different after 5 and 7 and 10 years. And you just get to express it differently. How fun is that? Wow. Interesting. Super interesting. And yes, that song is actually for someone else to sing. We'll see where it lands. I don't think you need to know why you're writing something when you're writing it. No, in fact, I've discovered it later. Like sometimes when I write a song, I discover, oh gosh, that's what I've been feeling all week because the song is telling me how I've been feeling. And then it wasn't Linger, but on the same album, on the same EP, I wrote a song called Letters, Read Your Letters. And I wrote this song from what I thought was my imagination. I was imagining a young couple that was newlywed, World War II, World War I, 1930s. Like, it was literally my imagination. And I just wrote this song. I read your letters again today. Yada, yada. Okay, yada, yada. And then what I discovered while singing it in the booth, I said, oh my gosh, all the lyrics of this song are actually reference to my stepfather who had passed away. The male character in the story had red hair. He was called Red. I only know him looking like Santa Claus with white hair, but the character had red hair. I read your letters, and I have a box of letters and doodles that my stepfather Bernie had sent me at camp when I was a kid, and I've kept them, and I love them. I want to turn them into a book, so they're one. And I realized just that all the references about one of the characters in the story, the man in the story, it was my stepfather. I had modeled it after. And I went, and so all of a sudden the emotion and the meaning of the song had a whole nother layer to me, and recognizing that this was me sharing my love and my grief and my missing of my stepfather. And that was beautiful. So no, I don't think you have to know necessarily what you're writing about all the time. It can be very unconscious. But I do think that also it needs to come to a certain amount of consciousness so that you're writing a theme that is consistent, that it's not just all over the place, and you don't know what the story is not linearly, but even thematically, right? So I was very clear about the story I was writing from my imagination, so that the verse and everything led me to the chorus, but the unconscious part became clear later. I've had a wonderful time hanging out with you, and I'm so glad that you chat with me and ask me questions. This is wonderful. Please let me know topics you'd like me to cover. I will do that. I would love to cover things you want to know about. This live is available on my YouTube channel, so please do subscribe, and it will be up in its full form later. And we'll gather wonderful snippets to share with you on socials as well. Thank you for joining. I'm really glad to be here. I am currently, as you can see, in a temporary space and now based in Paris. So reach out to me for Zoom. And if you're Europe-based or you've got European friends, or if you're coming on tour through Paris, hit me up. I'm excited about the new adventures. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week.